Suns owner Mat Ishbia and general manager James Jones held their end-of-season media availability here today, and Ishbia and Jones talked for a combined 40 minutes to the media, answering a variety of questions. Ishbia started off with his opening remarks by saying that he understands that Suns fans are disappointed, and he's actually kind of glad that they are, because it means that everyone's on the same page in terms of what their expectations are for this franchise and how they want to win every year, but understand that they won't be able to. And every year he's going to field these same types of questions about how they can be better, win or lose at the end of the year. Here's what he had to say about that.
We want to win. We want to win an NBA championship. And I love that people are frustrated that we didn't win an NBA championship. Because guess what? So are we. We're disappointed. We want to win an NBA championship. You know, it's one thing to win 49 games and everyone get knocked out in the first round of playoffs and everyone high-fiving you. That's not what we're going to have in Phoenix. And it makes me happy. So I'm actually happy where we're at from that perspective, that people are disappointed, because guess what? There's not someone in the organization that's more disappointed than me, my GM, my CEO, my players, my coach. Everyone's disappointed, just like the fans. And guess what? I'm going to own the team for 50 years, and probably 45, 46, 47 of those years, we'll probably have the same conversation like, hey, we didn't win the championship, and we're going to be disappointed then too. And that's how it's going to be, and I love it, right? There's a lot of NBA teams and other teams that didn't get to the playoffs or didn't win the NBA championship, that the media is not upset, the fans aren't upset. They're just like, hey, all right, we got draft picks, we got this going in the future, things are cool. All right, we're looking forward to it, you know. But I think some of the narratives around our team and our organization maybe are incorrect. And my perspective is this: we're in a great position, not a good position, a great position. We didn't win an NBA championship, so we're going to figure out what do we got to change, what do we got to tweak, what do we got to improve to be better to win a championship next year. And guess what? We might not win one next year, but we're going to sure as hell try every single year. So get ready for that. And if people don't like that the owner and the GM and the CEO and the coach and the players are trying to win a championship every year, you're not going to like the Phoenix Suns.
Now, obviously, in terms of having accountability, the big name that comes to the forefront in a situation like this, where a title contending team falls well short of expectations, the first name that's going to come up is the head coach. Obviously, there's been a lot of speculation about Frank Vogel's job security. Mat Ishbia and James Jones didn't give a full endorsement in terms of Frank being back next year, but here's what Ishbia and Jones had to say about it.
I'm not going to get into each coach. So here's how I think about it. Coach, GM, players, I'm not going to specifically get into each of them right now. Here's how I'll say it is. I just flew back from Michigan. I went to Michigan. I was hoping to come back for Game 6, just like all of you guys were hoping, which would have been tomorrow night. But I'm not. I'm here to talk to you guys, and I have no problem going through it. I have not had one discussion. I know there's media reports and stuff, it's just not true. Not one discussion about my GM, my coach. We're trading players now, supposedly, in the media. Not one discussion's even been had, let alone a decision being made. So there's been nothing at this point on any of those things, on any of those people, and I'm not going to get into each personnel and each question, each player, because it's or coach or GM, but honestly, not even a discussion. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to have those conversations. I'm meeting with players, I'm meeting with the coach, I'm meeting with the GM, I'm meeting with the CEO, I'm meeting with all those people this week. That's what I'm here for.
I thought Frank did a great job, given the circumstances. We assembled a really talented team, guys from, primarily 3 scorers. And whenever you're trying to get guys to adjust and adapt their games, there's a transition time. It's sometimes a struggle, but I thought he did a great job this year. If you look at our record, I think Matt talked about it, 49 wins compared to mid-40s last year. It was a tough grind with the lack of continuity and health, but we won 49 games, and we were in the playoffs against a really good Minnesota team that just was a better team than us. So I thought he did a tremendous job. I thought the staff did a great job. I thought the players did a really good job. Just not good enough to reach our goals.
There's going to be a lot of questions about accountability, leadership, roster flexibility, team building philosophies, the Big Three's future, all that and more over the upcoming months. But Mat Ishbia said he feels good about the position that the Suns are in. There's obviously a focus on continuity, at least publicly, in terms of having most of their guys back. Here's what Ishbia had to say on the topic.
Absolutely. When we made the trade for Kevin Durant, you realize that we had 4 years with him, right? So, that's a big deal. Same thing with Brad Beal. We had years with him. Devin Booker lined up for years. Nurkic, years. We got Grayson Allen for years. Now we got to go figure out how to get Royce or Josh Okogie or Bull and other guys for years. And, it was never, we're going to win a championship this year, or we got to blow it up, like these crazy stuff. It's just ridiculous stuff. And so, yeah, would I have liked to have won it this year? Absolutely. But I do think continuity, consistency, process works, and guys playing together. One of the things we talked about at the beginning of the year is like, can we get our guys to play 60 to 65 games together, starting 5? I think we played less than 40, right? That continuity does affect it. Now, doesn't mean that's why we lost. It just means it's something we have to be aware of. And guess what? Going into next year, knowing that we have all starting 5 back, right? I feel pretty good about that. And so will we be better next year than we were this year? Yes. Are we better this year than we were last year? Absolutely. Think about the team that lost in Denver, although it was the second round. Is our team better this year than last year? It's not even close. But we didn't win, so NBA championship, that's what we're focused on, and that's what we're going to focus on again this year coming up.
Ishbia and Jones addressed a variety of other topics, including the potential need for a point guard, their plans for the summer, and a whole other slew of things that we'll be covering at gophnx.com. Until then, keep it here on PHNX Sports.